Good evening. Welcome to am I a little loud? Yeah, no. Welcome to another riveting edition of Three Dudes Brews. The last call. I'm your co-host, Buddy Thayer. I seem a little bigger tonight than I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Welcoming you to another riveting ride down Beer River with two of the handsomest and loveliest dudes I know. And speaking of those dudes, let me bring them in. The Greekiest man I know, and the guy who puts the Ed in bread, of course, the doctor. Guys, how you doing
What's going
tonight?
on, buddy?
How's everybody doing?
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Cheers.
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 Drinking beers. Who's got
Drinking
the beers?
beers.
We got the beers.
We sure do, guys. We sure do.
Yes, we do.
Speaking of good beers and good people, joining us tonight from the from the shores of East Bay. Got an older glass here tonight. The man, the myth, the brewer. Please welcome special dude of the month, Mark Papi.
Mark.
What's going on, Mark?
How you doing, Mark? Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for coming on.
Oh yeah, this is a double for you, Mark. We had
Yeah,
you
thanks
on.
for having me.
We had you on a podcast. Now we have on a podcast.
You know, we just
This
can't get enough
podcast
Mark
thing is
Papi.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're digging it.
Yeah, for sure. So what are we all drinking tonight, guys? What's going on?
So tonight, first up for me is a little bit of Woodstock Inn Brewery.
Oh,
Moody Brew.
you didn't go up there, did you, Ed?
I just went and felt a little moody. No, I haven't been up there.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Haven't been up there. But again, if you know my wife, you know that she loves the can art. So she saw this one. She saw that it was moody. She goes, maybe it puts you in a better mood. So go ahead and get it.
That's beautiful.
What you got, Costas?
Me, I am drinking the prickly pear margarita. We've had it on the show before. It's from Funk Daddy. It's a sour series, 8% sour.
Nice.
No shit, dude. Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long week, so it's going to be some heavy hitters tonight.
Yeah,
That sounds really good.
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
it's,
Mark.
it's fantastic.
Mark, what are
What
you
do you
going on
drink,
down
Mark?
there?
I have a New Zealand Pilsner in my Rhode Island Brewers Guild glass from a couple of years ago that I brewed here at home.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. One of my favorites. One of my favorite styles.
Yeah, for
I honestly, I don't know if I've had a New Zealand one. I don't know if I've had that.
Well, as a matter of fact, gentlemen, funnily enough, I had two choices when I was at Proclamation today between the two pilsners that they had. One was the Italian pilsner, and the other one was the New Zealand pilsner,
So-
which is this right here, guys.
You passed up on the capiche.
I did. I went. I'm like, let me try something New Zealandy because I'm not, familiar. I've done the Italian plenty of times. This is a delicious, nice, clear, easy to sip choice. I have a few choices this evening. I'll be moving up in the game with a wheat beer next, of course, and the unicorn, which is, oh my god, I'm gonna work my way up, like I said, guys.
The more important question is, where the hell was our invite?
Beats the shit out of me. I mean,
Guys, I
don't
was
know.
leaving work today at
I'm hearing excuses already.
4:45,
Right.
and I'm like, buddy needs beer for the show, so I'll just stop at Proc on my way home, and there I was.
Sounds like a good reason.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Why not?
I just happened to be driving through Warwick, guys. That's I just happened to need beer. I'm like, oh, this Proc, let me go there.
Oh look,
My
It was
car just
opportunity.
wants to
It was
drive
opportunity.
my
over
car
there.
veered left into the parking lot.
Yeah.
Oh look,
I did have one of these pendulum unicorns while I was there this afternoon. Gentlemen, this is a triple IPA. It's one of Joe's favorites. It's a lot percent. It's 10% alcohol by volume. So like I said, I'm gonna save that for the end of the show. So I can
Please save it
Little
for the end of
nightcap.
the show. You'll be wrecked halfway through.
exactly. So a nice hot day, a nice warm day here in New England, a nice easy beer to drink. So
I like that 12 guns glass that you're rocking there, buddy.
right, dude. I saw it in the cabinet. I'm like, oh, how appropriate. Let me grab
Yeah.
this one here.
That's a classic right there.
Right.
Right.
Is that Mark? That's where you get your start brewing? Yeah or no?
That was my first commercial brewing job.
How ironic that I would just pull this particular glass off the
Yeah.
off the shelf there.
Mm.
It's like
Awesome.
see,
So what do you got going on these days, Mark? You in your retirement, what are you still brewing gold? I know you guys did like your penny recently at Tragmar, which I'm dying to try.
We did. Oh, you haven't had it yet?
No, not yet though.
Not yet. No.
It's yeah, we did it about a month ago. They released it. I want to say a week and a half ago. I actually have a can here.
Oh,
if you guys can see that.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
It's called Cullen's Hound.
Nice.
It is quite delicious.
The dog reference is classic.
Get over there and try it. That's going to be my next beer. But yeah, we did a collab with them. We had a brew day over at Origin in Providence 2 weeks ago. We did a hazy IPA for that. That'll be coming out soon.
Nice.
And a couple other things planned with other breweries.
So you're doing a lot of collaborations lately.
I wouldn't say a lot, but a few.
A few?
Yeah, a few. Just trying to keep it going a little bit.
Hey, listen, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
At all.
No, it's fun. I have a good connection with a lot of breweries and brewers, and it's a good thing to keep going.
Yeah.
Now, do you find that you're enjoying it more now that you don't have to deal with the business side of it, the business aspect, and you're just able to just have fun and just brew beer?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. The business part of it takes away a big pain in my butt, so to speak.
Oh, I bet.
Right.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Now, are you brewing it at Tragmar, or are you going to the different breweries? Because I know that some guys have reached out to you. Okay.
To the different breweries. So we'll do a collab, with each brewery that we have planned at their location, and then they'll have it on tap.
Nice.
Nice.
What do you got anything going on at home, Mark? You got any side gigs going on there in your garage, dude?
I'm brewing at home. This is one of my beers, my New Zealand Pilsner with all Wireman Pilsner malt and Nectaron hops. It's very tasty. As you know, New Zealand Pilsners can be quite delicious from the one you're drinking. Really, I've actually had that one from Proc. It's very good.
It is very good.
I have a version of our sour that we had, Elliot. I don't know if you remember that, the fruity sour.
Oh, how could we forget?
I remember Elliot.
Yeah. I have a mixed berry version of that. And I have a hazy IPA that we did at the brewery a bunch of times called Death Wobble. That was for our Jeep people.
Yeah.
That's actually the beer we made with Origin too.
Nice. So what I'm hearing, Mark, is that we need to swing by your place.
Sure. Yeah. I'll buy anytime. I have plenty of beer.
Let me tell you.
It sounds like it.
Elliot's fantastic. I loved Elliot. Elliot was
a very popular beer.
So good. I mean, for good reason too. I mean, it was damn delicious. I mean, so
it was good.
Yeah.
Right. Right. And the same could be said about Penny. Like when you first announced that you were closing Six Pack, dude, I was like, oh no. It's like I didn't get it. I rushed down to the brewery. I got a can, and I just this is like the last one.
Everybody was disappointed when we sold out of that very quickly at the end, and everybody was disappointed when Tragmar opened up. People were coming in asking, "Are you guys going to have Penny on tap?" So Mike, the brewer, and I were talking a bunch of times, and we decided to do a batch of it. Nice. Obviously, for reasons we didn't call it Penny, but it is Penny.
Right. The dog reference in the title and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you had so many huge fans of Six Pack and of all your brewing, and then Tragmar comes along. They take that space. But it's kind of a smooth transition, and the fact that you were there on opening day, and it's like passing the torch, so it's
definitely
it's great, like it's Penny, but it's not Penny. It's still Mark Papi, and it's still Tragmar. So it's a beautiful meld. It's a great relationship.
Well, as you said, I mean, the spirit's always going to be there. It's always going to live on, So.
The Jeep Club is still going on. So
It is. Yeah.
Mhm.
And, you know, now with you doing all these collabs with some folks, we're gonna end up doing the Mark Papi tour.
oh, I can't wait. Yeah.
You know, we'll have to hit the Papi Trail and start. You know,
I like
Yeah,
that.
when
from one to the next.
you know, I got my what is it, the glow in dark glass and whatever from the anniversary, and then
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
as soon as he said that
Nothing. I'm good.
okay.
I fidget, man. Just leave me
Stop
alone.
These two.
Keep talking.
But as soon as you said that you were closing, I was like, oh my god, I
Oh no.
gotta get down there. I gotta pick up as much as I can before it's all gone. And I was like, oh, not this weekend, not today. Something's coming up. And then I got down there and was like looking at the fridge, and I was like, you know, I was like,
Did you make that sound?
yeah,
He did.
No,
He did. Yeah.
made that exact
absolutely,
sound.
Yeah.
I think I
It was all-
remember that sound.
It's all well.
I walked in and I was like, just give me everything, whatever's left. I'll take all of it. Just
We
Or-
were very overwhelmed with the response from people coming in
Mhm.
wanting to buy stuff before we closed down, and we actually didn't even think we were going to make it to the end of the year, which I think we ended up actually closing a week early.
yeah.
Yep.
We
Mhm.
ran out of beer. Pretty much
Well,
sold
I
all
think
our
that-
merch.
I think that goes to show you just how well respected and loved in the community that you really are. So
Absolutely.
You know,
Definitely.
and it kind of killed me because we were there for the anniversary.
Yeah.
Sitting down, I'm chatting
Right.
with you, we're talking everything. I'm like, yeah, go, Mark, go. And then the next day I hear that, and I'm like, get the hell out of here.
Right.
right.
I'm like, no, he did not.
He was
I'm
such
like,
an
you're kidding
actor.
me, right? I'm like, I was just talking to him yesterday. I'm like, he had such a straight face about it, you know. So
There was a few people that suspected something was up, but most people didn't. But yeah, we wanted to wait till after our anniversary to release that news to the public.
I don't
Yeah,
blame you.
heard rumblings, and then everybody from Vigilant was there, and you know,
Well-
there was a few other guys there, and I was like,
Like I said, it was funny because like I was talking with you, and then all of a sudden, like you got like real quiet. Like you kept a straight face about everything, but you got quiet.
I'm not playing poker with that guy.
No,
Hell no.
no poker.
I'll be shirtless.
Yeah.
Please, nobody wants that.
No, nobody wants that.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. So that's awesome though, man. At least you know, like you said, you get to brew beers now. You get to make your stuff, and you don't have to worry about all the day-to-day, you know, business nonsense. So that's good. I mean, you know, you got that going for you.
Right.
So, what do you guys want to talk about tonight? I had an idea. Besides beers and stuff.
Besides beer, yeah, go ahead.
Besides beers, no. I mean, I was thinking the other day. You know, we started talking about how different beers pair well with different foods.
Yeah.
You know, so what do you guys like to commingle and cohabitate there? I mean, if you get, you know, you go out and you get not for you, but buddy, you go out and you get a bunch of IPAs,
Yeah, buddy.
right?
Yes.
And you're looking to make something. Is there anything that comes to mind?
Yes, Ed, this time of year, dude, my favorite thing to do is to come home, whether I'm from work or whatever, make sure my beer fridge has sufficient beers in it,
Mhm.
IPAs, whatever. But I'm embracing, dude. I'm embracing the wheat beer as a summertime ale because it's so
yes.
easy to drink. So whatever I happen to be drinking, I get what I'm drinking and fucking turn on the grill, dude, outside, get it going, get a nice big old steak. Maybe not even potatoes these days. Just just some steak, dude. Just some beef and beer.
nice
Meat.
nice
Yeah.
steak. Well,
Meat
you know,
beer. I
so
like that.
I put the post up the other day because you know once it starts getting hot out and I'm standing in front of a hot grill, I'm not drinking anything real heavy.
No.
You know,
No,
so
no,
I had my
no.
you know
I did-
go-to everyday drinking Gansett next to me.
I got to keep my wits about me if
I
I'm
don't know
sitting
what
there, man, on the
it is.
grill. Yeah, no, I don't want to be that guy that
You don't want to be that guy.
gets tanked and
Blackout-
screws up. dinner.
Blackout drunk over the grill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No,
But,
no
you know-
triple IPAs going on while you're grilling.
Oh God, that's only for the end of the show, dude. Maybe like 10 minutes. Who we
Next,
kidding? But
next
yeah,
thing you know, Buddy's falling on a pile of coals. You know, I
it's a
mean,
gas grill. But yeah,
that-
no, yeah.
What's that
That-
smell?
Buddy's beard.
yeah. You got a little too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's
For me,
great.
for me, I think it has to do with the beer. Depending on the style
yeah.
of beer, like the flavor profile of a particular beer. Rausch beers, smoked beers, like smoked malts,
dude.
anything like that.
Get buddy
I easily, definitely want to do like smoked everything,
bacon.
because we had third winter. I had to like cold smoke everything, butter, cheese, salmons, just all these different things. So if I'm going to take,
I hate salmon.
well,
gross.
you haven't tried mine yet, but you're going to.
That's what
But
she said.
let's say like a Rausch beer, right? That smokiness. I'm gonna do a pulled pork. I want like baby back ribs or something like that.
Hell yeah, dude.
If you're drinking a lighter beer, then maybe some lighter food. Maybe not something so heavy. Very deep, complex flavors. So maybe it's like some grilled fish, tilapia on a cedar plank or something like that, or
Mr. Fancy over here.
Yeah.
Or I think it also depends on how much you're drinking too. I mean, if you
yes, absolutely, yeah.
It's gonna be one of those 30 bad days. It really doesn't matter what I eat.
Do you guys ever use beer for cooking?
Absolutely, yes.
Without a doubt. And that
Those smoked beers like Rausch beers and stuff like that are great. You're doing like stew in a crock pot or pork, corned beef, anything like that. I was using Penny for a lot of that stuff because that was fantastic. But my favorite is a nice Rausch beer.
I like Foolproof's Mexican hot chocolate stout for my chili.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Ancho chilies. It's got a little tea. It's got that
Good
smokiness
choice.
to it. Oh, it's great.
So that's listen, I don't care if it's hot out. I like stew.
Yeah.
So
it was good.
I don't care how hot it is outside. If I'm in the mood for stew, I'm making a stew.
There you go.
So I mean, what's more traditional for a stew than Guinness, right? You get a
This
nice,
is true.
and it doesn't have to be Guinness, but I mean a nice heavy stout.
Yeah.
You get that in there. You let everything just mingle and go and low and slow all day, and just let it be, and then it's always better the next day.
Yes.
So yeah, definitely. And when I make chili, I'm the same thing with you. I always throw beer in chili, and it's funny because it depends on what's in my fridge.
Yeah.
I don't always plan it out, and if I've got something that I'm like, oh, this might work, as long as it's not something funky. I would never put an IPA though in my chili.
No.
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 Then what
do
about you,
that.
buddy? What are you grilling and drinking?
Well, we like you said, when it's sitting above the grill, something light because it's hot. When I'm eating the steak, something light also because it's usually a large steak, and my belly is not as big as it once was. So I like to fill myself with something delicious. But I'll tell you this much. So this fade to white, while it's good, I had one last weekend from Crafted Hope, Wheat DF or WTF.
WTF.
My beer of the week.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was nothing against Proc because I love almost everything that Proc does. But wow, Kyle, cheers to it. That was a much better beer.
Kyle nailed that one.
Yeah, for sure.
He definitely did. So
something light, something easy when I'm something. Yeah, I did steaks the other night on the grill. I had 6 millilights. Like it's magical. It's easy to drink. It's easy to eat and drink it at the same time. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ed.
No. We got a comment from one of our viewers. That managed to come across on my phone, and it was, but whose chili won with the Guinness?
Oh, here we go with this shit. Yep.
Right? Was it yours? I don't think
No, it was actually your wife.
It was.
That was a good chili though. That
Beat me.
was.
Listen,
Fair and square.
Freaking knocked me out. I finished third. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then she also had the idea for beer cupcakes. Ooh. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
We've had margarita ones before. She's done margarita ones and they come out delicious.
Beer. What is this about? Did she do this and I was too intoxicated to remember, or has this not happened yet?
To do what? The beer cupcakes?
Beer cupcakes.
No. She hasn't done the beer cupcakes yet. Do you want her to do the beer cupcakes?
Well, if
ask
she
her.
needs
Ask her
something
right
to
now.
do, could you make the beer cupcakes for next Saturday? Maybe we have a filming in a certain brewery. That'd be good to soak in the alcohol that's gonna holy shit flow from Long Live Brewery.
It's a great beer for cupcakes.
What's that?
Please, Mark.
Is a certain peanut butter milk stout
Oh,
Well.
Funny story.
Oh my god, that would be freaking
I don't know if you guys
amazing.
remember the Beehive Pantry, which was at the other end of our building.
yeah.
Yeah.
They used to do specialty cupcakes, and they would come over and buy a 4-pack of Penny and make peanut butter chocolate cupcakes.
Nice.
That were unbelievable.
That sounds like a definitely
bet.
There's
They were
a
really good.
combination.
there's a bakery next to Crooked Cart, and they do
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah,
amazing
yeah,
desserts, and they have the little
Mm.
pipettes that are actually stuck inside
inside the top
the
of the
cupcake.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
and then you
Yeah.
squeeze the pipette, and then it shoots all of the alcohol inside of the cupcake, and
Nice.
it's freaking magical.
Listen,
Wow,
anytime
that
you
sounds
say
magical.
anything shoots anywhere, please don't make that hand gesture. please, God, please don't do that.
wow.
Okay. Note to self.
Right.
So my wife
All right.
does a peanut butter jelly cupcake that she's saying she would use the peanut butter beer and do that. So,
Oh yeah, that's
I think Mark's idea of the penny
yeah.
with a chocolate peanut butter cupcake,
Mm.
like the Reese's Pieces cupcakes
There
or
you
whatever.
go.
Oh my
gosh,
god!
I haven't eaten it today. Oh
I
my
would be
God.
Good stuff.
willing to bet that she's got a recipe.
Who? Your wife?
Mm.
You don't understand, man. She's, I mean, if you could think of a cupcake, she's probably already made it.
Oh.
Huh.
It's cupcakes.
Okay then.
All right. So
It sounds like there's a cupcake challenge in the future.
I mean, buddy, did you ask? I mean,
I did. I said for next Saturday we have a certain a beer filming. That'd be great to soak up the beer that we're gonna drink at Longwood Beer Works. As I'm defending my top cock. So I mean that'd be cool.
Son of a bitch.
I don't want to like squeeze anything off. Like say, hey, next
Whoa, whoa,
Saturday,
whoa,
no
whoa,
pressure,
whoa,
no
whoa,
pressure.
whoa,
Next
whoa.
Saturday, you've got to have
Ugh.
these cupcakes. None of that. But I mean, if you happen to be making cupcakes with beer,
I think
buddy could use it.
I
as,
don't know,
I
man.
think she can
as
pull
strength
it
to
off.
hold on to my top
yeah,
guy.
yeah. Hold on to your
Yeah.
cock there. Just,
Going
just
for the tie crosses. I'm going for the triple
just keep
3
holding
in a
it,
row
buddy.
like you guys. Just saying.
Just keep holding it.
You know what though?
No cupcakes. for
Long
you.
Live is IPA heavy,
Mm.
and that's right in his wheelhouse. And
Mm.
I'm definitely going to be the underdog for the
They got
next
a lot
one.
of, dude,
so.
they got a lot of sours
Yeah.
and they got a lot of stouts and stuff, and they get different stuff.
It all depends on what they pour for the flight.
Right.
You got to roll the dice.
We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right, so
So,
you're done
yeah,
with your beer, right?
Yeah, I'm done with
and I'm
mine.
done with my beer.
Anyway, so just so you know, buddy, that Jamie said she will do a couple of varieties
Ooh.
of cupcakes with beer for you.
All right.
So
That'd be wonderful.
she will make it happen.
We'll have
but
to
I
get up the Bristol
you know-
area and get some beer to mix with these cupcakes.
So
Just saying.
What is this?
I'm not trying to snuggle up the Casas here. The logo keeps
I hear that.
blocking me, so I do hear that,
Hmm.
and we'll get to that in 1 second. But I mean, so going back to the whole
Hey, what
food
do you guys
with beer thing.
Oh, you'll
It's-
see.
You son of a bitch! I tell you every time. Anyway,
Huh.
I mean, you got your brats right in the summertime.
Oh yes.
I always start my brats in beer with onions, and then finish them
look
with
at
lemon.
Oh, that's beautiful. Look at you
You've been holding
pulling that
out.
out of.
Oh,
pulling
the
that out of
barley
there.
wine. Nice.
There you go, dude.
I
Number
mean,
251.
come on.
251.
Did you think it was not coming out today?
Cheers, brother.
Hey, Mark, here's looking up your old address, buddy.
Cheers,
Yes.
guys.
Cheers. But I mean, and then you got the quintessential, fish and chips.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in New England for crying out loud.
No, buddy doesn't like fish and chips. I'm sorry, but go on.
Okay, hold on. So what I'm hearing is that Buddy's a communist
No,
and he's not a true New
Filthy,
Englander.
dirty.
Buddy
He's
likes
born
clam
here.
cakes and chowder.
Are you, dude,
Wicked.
Buddy loves the chowder, but
My
Buddy
son-
doesn't like fish, white fish like that. Not at all.
I'm gonna start calling you transplant, Buddy.
No, Buddy's a Rhode Islander. You lived in Korea. I lived in Rhode Island my whole life.
Doesn't Buddy usually talk about Buddy in the third person? when
In
he
the
has-
third person.
Only after he's had triple IPAs. does
Buddy has a
Buddy get
triple
into the-
IPA on deck, so
There are
we'll see about
stages
that
to the
problem.
buddyism.
So it's gonna get worse after that triple, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Buddy's gonna
it's
come out,
it's gonna
yeah.
get it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get much worse.
So
keep playing with
please,
this damn thing. I can't.
your brats and your
yeah, no,
kibasas
I
and-
mean, think about you do your clam boil in the area. You can throw some good crisp lagers in there with your clams and your sausage and your potatoes and all that fun stuff. And I'm talking about Rhode Island things, so my accent's probably coming out a little heavier now. Lobster,
wicked pissa kid.
wicked pissa. So what else did I have? Oh, I mean, come on, beer can chicken,
Yeah.
right? What's better than shoving a can of beer up a chicken's ass? I mean, seriously.
I can't agree, Doc.
And
But I
Is that
can't
a thing?
disagree, Doc.
Is that a thing? Is that
What?
a thing?
Dude, you've
What?
never had beer can chicken?
You don't
No,
know about
no,
Are
beer
you
can
serious?
chicken?
I'm serious. Do tell.
Oh, we're gonna have to correct that.
Guys,
Yeah.
we're going camping in like 80 days. Well,
Fuck.
2 of us.
Who's
anyway.
counting?
Anyway,
I didn't say that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
last time you missed dinner twice.
yes, he did. But that's
more light
another
beers this year,
story.
gentlemen. More light beers.
Yeah, less triple
Less-
IPAs, more
less Johnny
Miller Lights
Walker.
for you,
Yep.
pal.
Yep.
I can't
Mark, I
these
usually bring like a case of like good beer, either all Treehouse or some Treehouse and some other beers,
guys. Dude.
with me to this illustrious camping trip. Now I've been doing this is my 20th year, and not enough day drinking beers because I can't drink like craft beers all day long because I'll black out drunk, which
Okay.
I did,
You can, but and you did.
So
and Johnny Walker doesn't help either. But
we're gonna revisit this because I'm sure we've talked about it before, but we're gonna talk about it again. So Buddy had brought like what 18
going for it
trilliums.
Oh.
The
Ah.
peanut butter milk stout.
oh,
We gotta go grab some.
Oh,
We
this
were there
is-
like
oh,
a few
my
days
land.
I know,
before.
I know.
We missed out.
Oh,
So before we
I'm
get
going
into
to
the
Bristol
story,
tomorrow.
I
Okay.
swear to God. Hold on.
Beer
Mark,
corn.
That.
do you know when they
Ugh.
canned that?
Do I know what?
Do you know when they canned it?
At the brewery?
No, when?
Oh, when? Probably this past week.
Mm,
Okay, so we probably just missed it then
right.
because
Yeah,
we were just there at Trackmart. Guys,
I'm going back.
they go
Yeah,
they
we were
go
there.
through stuff very quickly.
It was
I think
a lot more.
it was
than
more
that. It
than
was like
that.
At least 24.
No, it was Treehouse. It was all Treehouse. It was-
Treehouse.
It
Excuse
was
me.
Julius.
I think I
King
went
Julius,
20. I think I
Emperor
went 20
Julius.
this past year because I had Johnny Walker, and then I planned to buy more light beers, but they only had the 12 pack of the 12 bottles, which is like not in my plan. So
Oh, we had
obviously,
so-
I got to buy beer before I go up to northern New Hampshire and Maine. Go ahead. Tell the story,
For
Doug.
argument's sake, let's say he brought 20.
Yeah.
Okay, he brought 20. I would say the first day 10 were gone.
It's a
I-
5-day, 6-night, or
Yeah,
five night,
and-
6-day.
I could
Yeah.
tell you that the apple pie moonshine was gone in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Mm.
So I do have some footage of Buddy's first night.
Oh
Do
boy,
you?
My first night.
Mark, you're gonna see this sometime.
I
Next
can
time,
imagine.
listen. Next time we run into each other, remind me because let me tell you,
Sure,
oh, buddy.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, buddy.
So, when
Buddy's drinking all day and all night. So go on.
Costas was telling you earlier that Buddy missed 2 entire dinners. He missed
2 pounds
He
of
missed-
bones.
yes.
He missed all the baby back ribs.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
he missed
Yeah, all the fixings.
like I mean, you name it, we had it, and he completely slept, passed out through them both, missed it.
2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a
His-
row. I didn't learn my lesson after night 1. I went on and continued night 2.
They were back to back. So next thing you know, his brother-in-law is there with us, and he sees the steak for Buddy sitting there on the plate, and he goes, "Well, I think I'm gonna have this." Stabs it, takes it, eats a second steak.
4 pounds of meat.
It was like,
Wow.
dude, really?
Oh,
But yeah, Buddy. So
That's
needless to
good.
say, Buddy definitely needs to bring some day drinking beers next time.
yeah. I'm gonna buy my Miller Lights here, probably like 60 of them, and then I'll just bring like a case of good beer, and then that's it. No
Oof.
Johnny Walker this shit. Jesus Christ, that's my downfall.
Oh no,
we
John.
had-
John's coming with us.
So
So you know.
yeah, we had plenty.
You guys are on a first name basis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uncle John by
Yes.
family name, but yeah.
Uncle John.
Yeah,
let me
I call
tell
him
you,
John now. We're adults. I can call him by his first name now.
If
Oh.
I get to go this year, which I'm hoping I don't for other
Right.
reasons, there will be a very nice bottle of Whistle Pig joining us.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. So these guys know if I'm not drinking beer, if I'm drinking hard liquor, it's bourbon. I'm a bourbon guy. I do like scotch every now and then, but I'm a big bourbon guy. So Yes, Whistle Pig does make a bourbon, but they are also like one of the only ryes that I really like. And Whistle Pig, that stuff is delicious.
See, I'm a rum guy. That's
Buddy
the
like Scotch.
smokiness on the scotches. I just sometimes it's just too much.
So, Mark, what do you drink for the hard stuff there, Mark?
I'm a bourbon guy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I like Scotch too, but if I'm gonna go for something, bourbon. One of my favorites is Bullet.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's really
both
good.
Their bourbon and their rye whiskey is very good.
Yes, their rye's not bad. Yes, the good old green label instead of the orange.
Yes.
Yep. So Bullet's been around for a long time too. People don't seem to realize that they've been around for like frontier days.
Oh wow.
I used to not.
Go ahead, Costas.
I used to not like Scotch until I started trying different levels and getting like traveling around the world.
I'm a Scotch snob.
Picking up a lot of different things that you can't get in the States. Like I'm dying to try the Black Ruby that I picked up this year. But getting like the Island Green and say like the Triple Black Cask Edition, things you can't get in the States or whatever. The red and the black, and there's like certain other levels where it's mediocre. It's not good. It's not good at all. But then when you get to like the gold, we've had the Island Green, we've had blue.
The gold is so freaking good.
I have not had
gold
blue yet.
You haven't had blue yet?
I haven't had blue yet.
I actually find that the green and the gold are better than the blue.
I like
especially
gold.
on the price point.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just the green and the gold I can get for under $100. I'm talking like 200 plus for blue.
Yeah,
I don't see how it's any better. To me, personally, it's not.
There's something that goes into the whole this is my thing with Scotch, the whole discipline of putting like whiskey in a barrel, and I'm gonna let that sit there
same thing
for 10 years. No. 27
I appreciate
years.
the craft. Don't get me wrong.
And then remove it, and then enjoy the shit out of it because it would be so much better. But that kind of I couldn't do that for more than a year. Personally.
Well, I mean, it's the same thing with bourbon, though. They say that you got a distiller. He'll do his last barrel and he'll never get to drink it. It's going to sit there by the time he gets through with everything, and he never got to taste it.
Yeah.
So I bourbon's American. So I mean, for the love of God.
Speaking of brewing, Mark.
Yes.
What are the odds
Yes.
of you making this again? Oh my God, please. I don't care who makes it, where you make it, how you make it. If you can make that again, oh my God. I can't even tell you how amazing your barley. Out of all the, I love barley wines, and I've had them across the region, and yours is by far the best. And I've said it during the podcast. I've said it at Six Pack. Your barley wine is hands down, in my opinion, the best barley wine in the region. And it's about as close as
that.
Yeah, we've all had Sam Adams Utopias, and for me personally, I would think I speak for you as well. It's about as close as you can get to a $500 bottle of Utopias as you could possibly get.
And I think we actually brought that up.
We did. Yeah.
So when we were doing the episode with you,
barley wine.
I told you I do not like barley wines. I don't. And Mark was like, "Oh, well, let me go in the back." Next thing you know, you're coming out with a bottle there, and I'm like, "Whoa, I don't want you opening this. I'm probably not gonna like it." Right?
He didn't say anything. He was just like,
"No, just goes in the back."
Kenobi, just like
next thing you know, it's like, "Oh, look what I have here," and I'm like, "I'm gonna feel god awful if I don't like this, and you just open this bottle for me."
It was a pretty glass, if I remember.
Yeah. So he pours it out for all of us, and
we both looked at each other. We looked at each other, and we were like,
"Yeah,
Utopias."
Yeah. Let me tell you. So, cheers again, because this is the only barley wine that I've liked so far.
Honestly, it's one of my top 10 beers,
folks. Hopefully he'll do this as a collab with somebody. Because if you guys out there didn't get the chance to taste this, I am so sorry, and I'm gonna keep drinking it.
Yeah, it was really good.
I will throw this out there that I may or may not still have a case of it laying around somewhere.
Oh!
So,
Just saying.
what's that address again, Mark?
Redeem your price tag. You have it.
I'm just gonna put that out there. We may drive by.
That's
He's
great.
gonna-
I
it's
think
gonna be
Mark,
like
Mark was what, episode 4 for us, right?
Yeah.
so is-
yes.
So,
Yeah, so it was a little while ago. I think that episode, that when we filmed, I bought one for myself, and I bought one for a good friend of mine who's a deer. He loves barley wine now, and he said it's one of the best he's ever had. And this
Nice.
guy's like a
I'll tell
wicked
you.
connoisseur, you know.
It's
Got-
gonna be
got
like
me
a
into
random
this, you know.
Tuesday, and we're just gonna pull up in Mark's driveway.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, dude, we brought some hot dogs. Let's cook.
Give us all your beer. All right.
Give us all your beer.
you
We're
guys are
taking-
you guys are welcome over here anytime.
I appreciate that very much. We're definitely, we're
Well-
gonna have to figure out some time to hang out, Mark, because
Sure.
we love chatting with you. You're absolutely awesome.
Well, if that's
You
the
know.
case, we're gonna have to bring something magical.
Yes.
Magical.
Yes.
Costas, you have some magical stuff, dude, at your house. You could, I'm sure anybody who drinks magical stuff would appreciate your magic.
Thank you.
Just saying, he does good stuff with me.
Are you hoping that I bottle up the strawberry mead soon? Is that what you're trying?
And maybe the blueberry. You get the
Oh,
blueberry.
the blueberries. The blueberries already been bottled. That's aging.
And
And
you save like 3 or 4 of that for Umbagog. That'd be a great idea, dude. Just saying.
yeah, and I've got 2 different batches of strawberry honey mead, and I think I got like 8-9 gallons.
He's
Mm,
killing. He's killing me.
So,
He's killing me.
yeah.
Nice.
nice.
Oh,
This
I'm a-
time, like normally, I kind of aim for the. I don't normally check the specific gravity for how much alcohol content.
he just kills us.
Yeah, basically, yeah. I
Guys,
fire
this is
for
fire. Try this.
yeah, I fire for effect. Yeah. So no, it's out there, but this time I kind of dialed it in because it's a collaboration between me and a local honey farmer, or collector or whatever, an apiarist, and he gave me the honey. I'm doing the whole brewing. We're splitting the batch, so
Nice.
I've got like 5 gallons that I made myself, and then like
Oh,
4 or 5 gallons I'm splitting with somebody else. But
I do
you know.
love honey. Honey's
and strawberries and honey, and it's magical.
when he
That
first
sounds
poured, he
really
first
good.
poured me the blueberry. It's like he's like, this is a little hot, dude. Just be careful. And
Well,
as
yeah.
I
Whoa,
sipped
whoa.
it,
Well,
my eyebrows like started to singe. I'm like, oh my god, this is beautiful.
So wait a
It's
minute.
so good.
You've tasted it?
I believe you've tasted it.
I don't think I have.
You may
Ed,
not
I've tasted.
remember.
I've
I
tasted.
don't think I
both.
have.
He just doesn't.
I don't
Ed,
think
remember.
I've tasted.
have.
Ed, I've tasted both, dude.
Yeah, I bet you've tasted the cock. Oh, what was that? Oh, shots fired. Shots fired.
Wow.
So, Mark, if you haven't figured out yet, anything goes on the show. So
Yeah.
Usually it's me who's wildly inappropriate, but I'm taking
see
a back
that.
seat to Ed.
it's
Yeah.
me tonight.
Normally it's Buddy, but Ed's firing off over
Well,
here.
listen, there
He's had a week.
There was a couple
He's had a week.
comments made last show, and
What?
I've had a hell of a week, so far, and it's Thursday, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. And so,
Yeah, buddy.
We can hug it out later.
yeah, oh,
Yeah. We'll hug it out later.
maybe
But anyways,
I don't know.
but yeah, no, you've had this. I
I
swear to
don't-
God, you've had the blueberry.
I don't think I have.
It was really
Yeah,
good,
no-
Ed.
The mead was a little fiery. It was a little hot, but I had to temper it down by adding. It needed more flavor. I use the champagne yeast when I'm brewing, so that way it's dry and it uses up all the sugars in there to
Mhm.
create the most ABV.
Alcoholic effect,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's what everybody's usually looking for, right? But I like to also have a lot of flavor, so I had to back sweeten with blueberry puree and blueberry juice with that. So it's got more flavor in it.
Mm.
Kind of tempered some of the alcohol because
Mm.
Sounds really good.
well, Buddy tries to throw me under the bus and say every time he comes over my house, he ends up getting shit faced like it's my fault.
It's not your
What?
fault.
It's
not
my
your fault.
fault.
Listen, Buddy,
Yeah.
Buddy could be at like a freaking nunnery
Right.
and still
What?
get shit faced somehow.
Dude,
He'd be
the
like,
monks make beer. I mean,
Dude.
if you want to? It has nothing to do with religion.
you would be like communion wine.
Yeah, he could be doing
Sorry, no.
confession and he walks out somehow shit faced. I don't know.
The
how
the
that
Trappist do that beautiful Troy Pell. Oh my God, dude, they get me messed up in church.
Oh, yes. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, monks making beer. Who do you know? I mean, God, I mean, who would have thought that? I guess
I don't know.
I don't know.
They're not doing anything else, dude. They're just
Well, that
they're
is
playing
true.
They got a
away.
lot. They got a lot of free time.
So I
They got
think
a lot of free time.
I think that was a way to provide income though as well.
Yes.
I think.
Yes.
so
if
that
we're
was- that
we're
was the-
speaking historically, yeah,
that was
but,
the big thing.
gotta
Was it a
make
bunch of
money.
monks around getting drunk? But
Maybe that too, but I mean,
no, I mean,
probably
you got to
whatever.
sample your wares, right?
Right, right.
So, speaking of which, Mark, have you ever been just like completely inebriated off your own beer? Like not like sitting at home. I mean, like
Responsible.
you're brewing, bottling, whatever, and just like, oh yeah. And then next thing you know, you've had a few too many.
I can't say that's never happened before. Probably on more occasions that I'd like to try to remember.
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I think anybody that does home brewing, gets to that point, where you're like, all right, let me sample this. All right, let's try this, and then, I've been to like Blackstone Valley Brewing, which I know that they're closing. I don't know if they're still open yet.
I think they're closed.
You think so?
I think they're closed.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I missed that window because I needed to pick up supplies, but life's been crazy.
Before you go on, PVD Providence, they are stepping up to the plate, and they are going to be selling some stuff for home brewers.
TBD Brewing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That is good to know.
They're stepping up, and
Kudos
I guess
to you guys.
they are doing, I think, hops and grain. I think right now, I think that's what they're doing. I don't know. I can't.
There used to be General's Crossing over there in Jimmytown, and that closed up too. So there's not a lot of these suppliers that are like they used to be like boom centers, and now they're all like falling to Amazon guys.
I don't think we have any. We don't have any left now. I don't think in the state.
There was Blackstone Valley Brewing. There was General's Crossing. I used to go to what was it? Not Silver Spring. Was it Silver Lake?
Silver Lake.
Silver Lake,
Yep.
like wine shop or whatever.
Yes,
and they were like gurus.
Yes.
There's certain people like Mark Papi. There are certain people that like you come across in that industry, and the knowledge, it's just they'll school you. They're old school. They school you. They drop knowledge on you, and they teach you about things that like you didn't even know. So like going to Blackstone Valley Brewing, you'd walk in and I'd be like, I'm just here for supplies. I'm not going to sit down and start drinking with everybody because 2 or 3 hours later, you're
drunk.
You're going to be
still there.
You're going to leave happy as
don't drink it drunk.
Happy as hell.
Yeah,
with like twice as many supplies and 3 times as many ideas, and it's just it was a magical place, and a lot of these places are like that, and it's just I feel like the home brewing part of it.
Do you think it's fallen off?
I do think that the home brewing is falling off because you have so many craft beer locations. They're fantastic.
Mark, craft brewer at home now, and not craft brewer in your own brewery. What are your thoughts on that? Is it dead? Are we dead?
It's not dead.
No.
I don't know if you guys know that we had a homebrew club at the brewery.
Yes.
Yep.
A lot of avid home brewers out there still. I think the biggest issue with homebrew stores is the internet, putting them out of business.
Right.
It's too convenient to order stuff online, get it delivered without leaving your house. It's a shame. It really is. Because going to those homebrew shops was an experience.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Amen to that.
And that's to say, you lose your contacts.
Right.
You lose your ideas. You lose collaborations. You lose.
And just talking to like other people that have the same interests as you.
So,
and like you could go there and troubleshoot.
Yeah.
You'd be like, hey, this is what happened. I was expecting A, B, and C, and I got D.
So
right. So you'd be like, okay, what happened? And so you talk to them, and they had so much experience that they could help you out.
Yeah, they'd be like, you screwed up and you did this.
Yeah. You order on Amazon. I love some of the places like Northeastern Brewer or Northwestern. I think it was
Northeastern. Yeah, Northeastern. I think.
Yeah. So like I've purchased kits from them, and I've also done some other ones, and it's like, but you can't walk into the store and be like, hey, Chris.
Right.
Yeah, you lose
What
the
are your thoughts?
relationship.
Yeah.
What do you think about this? Here, try this. What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
What did I do right? How do I was trying to go left and I went right. How do I correct that?
So
What do I do in the future?
I've got a confession to make.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
I've never homebrewed.
What?
The closest thing we got was in Korea when I spent the year there.
In jail?
We had a Mr. Beer kit.
Some prison wine?
Oh, Mr. Beer. Yeah,
we had a
there you
Mr. Beer kit.
probably the
go.
worst beer you could possibly make.
It's let me tell you. So we followed through with it and just choke it down like you always do. And we tried, and we didn't have the right sugar. We did what we could, and by the time it came out done in those plastic bottles,
Oh,
You smell that?
it was awful.
It smells bullshit.
It was awful. It was absolutely awful. So, and
Everybody's had that.
It's
fine.
I'm
First time virgin,
I'm hesitant to fall down the rabbit hole. It's just
performance anxiety. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
Wow.
Hey, Ed, the next time I homebrew, I'm going to invite you over to come join in on one of my homebrews.
There you go, dude.
Sensei Mark.
Learn from the master,
yes, I
dude.
will.
Jesus, look at
You
you.
can learn from the master.
You are now my sensei and guru. I will be there.
Padawan.
I will be there with bells on. If he's like, dude, you need to carry this bucket around for an hour, I will do it.
On your shoulders.
On my shoulders, right? Yeah.
Work, you bitch.
You're like Jean-Claude Van Damme with like style. I'm just like walking around and shit. I'll gladly do it.
That's
Gladly.
awesome.
I will do
Thank
it with
you.
bells on.
Yeah,
So
all you guys should come down.
We have some comments, buddy. What
Yeah, I'm trying. Here we go. So I'm a home brewer. Currently have 20 gallons sitting in 4 different fermenters. LOL. It's so addictive. I'm 55. I can retire at 57. God bless you, sir. From the Teamsters. Can you recommend a class to get a brewer's degree? My friend James Rogers. Mark, anybody?
Johnson & Wales has a great brewing program. It's local. It's accredited. Definitely something to look into.
It's a year, right?
I believe it's 1 year. Yes,
1 year.
I was actually thinking that we were looking into doing that.
Who's we?
We were like for us to go and do that. Just another notch on the belt or whatever.
Dude, I don't know if I could take any more school.
Right.
I don't know if I could do it.
He can do it. I believe in him, even if he doesn't believe in himself.
Oh God. But yeah,
you were saying, Mark, please.
Johnson & Wales.
Johnson &
Wales. Great program to look into. If you just want to improve your home brewing or even think about getting into commercial brewing, it's a great class to take.
Yeah, I think our friend Kyle Toasty did.
Yep.
Toasty, yeah.
You got his name right. Oh,
I did
good
it.
for
It's
you.
Toasty.
Well, because
I mutilate everybody's name. Mark Papi is so easy to remember and easy to say. It just rolls off the tongue. But
you'd be surprised how many people get that wrong.
I believe it.
What? Have you seen my last name? I mean, I've heard every pronunciation. I know you're right up there too. I've heard every pronunciation of my last name that's like possible. I've had people throw in letters that aren't there. I had somebody call me Pack Node once.
Pat Node. Work for a brewery, Pat Node. To start.
I'm like, listen, there's no C and there's no K in my name. Where did you make the sound? But anyway, so I mean, I can't believe they screw up Pappy, but Buddy, I mean, you had no excuse, dude. He literally like said his pronunciation of his name like 5 times earlier, and you still managed to fuck it up at the end.
I don't know what it was, dude.
Anyway, so what were we talking about? We're talking about Johnson & Wales.
Johnson & Wales. We're talking
Johnson & Wales. There's another place out in bloody old England called the Brew Lab. I recently heard of that. They it's right outside of London.
Who's going there?
What?
I don't know.
Who's going to England, London?
There's a certain gentleman from the state of Rhode Island who went there. That's why I recently heard about it. I did a little.
Who?
I mean, it would be a good reason to go to London.
Yeah, it'd be an excellent reason to go to London.
Right. An upcoming filming, gentleman, just to give you a little intel on shit.
Okay. Does that qualify as a road trip or is that an ear trip?
That's That's a migration. I mean,
That's like yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I mean, Jesus. I mean, how long is that program, buddy? Do you know?
I think it was a year. So James Rogers says, so I'm hearing the old Harley dealer in Richmond is going to be a brewery. Woo! I didn't hear that, but that's awesome news, guy.
I did hear that like 2 years ago, but I don't know
Oops.
if anything's transpired there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I
I also
think
heard about a gas station almost in Exeter that never
there
came
might
to
have been
fruition.
some. That might be the same place, but there might have been some licensing issues there.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
So I think Casas might need to step away for a second, or somebody. I think we have a local emergency going on.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, we have our one of the members of our staff who is made up of complete and utter, I don't want to say they're serfs, I guess. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
They're working to pay off the debts. No, I'm just kidding.
Labor.
I'm just kidding. We do not support child labor. So we don't have the small hands.
He's an
working
adult.
machines.
He's not a child.
He might be the size of one. So just be glad you can't see what I'm seeing right now. That's all I can say, gentlemen.
What
We're
wonders
thankful
happen?
for that.
That's all I can say. Let me tell you.
The
And
foothills of Mount Olympus are alive right now.
Yeah, they're alive, all right. Let me tell you. Listen,
Oh.
folks, I've told you 1,000 times. We can't make this shit up. So
I'd love to see what you're seeing right now, but anyway.
yeah, we just can't, So I mean, hey, we are live. We've said it 1,000 times. We talk about everything and nothing, and everything can happen whenever.
Oh man, it's warm.
That was definitely nothing. It was definitely something. I can tell you that. So yeah,
Easter Bunny is no more.
the Easter Bunny is definitely no more.
Oh, what do you?
So-
Whoa, what's that there? What do you got there?
Oh.
So we want to talk about this for a second. Our good friends at Phantom Farms.
We were there last Friday.
Which I'm not gonna say anything. We need to get an episode with you guys.
Right.
So we were there last weekend, and
Mo?
let me get this off camera for a second. So we were there just hanging out. We would take in my father-in-law out, who's never been to these places.
Shameful.
So hey, Dave.
Shame.
So well, listen, I there's plenty of places.
I'm sorry.
Plenty of places I still haven't been. But so we went and took him out. He was like, hey, we were in Woonsocket. He goes, hey, have you ever had this to eat? And I said, no, I've never been there. I said, have you ever been here? He said no. So we did a swipsy swapsy.
Bubbles.
So yeah, let me tell you, that's one place I'm not going to say the name, but I will definitely not be going back to eat. So we stopped at Lops because he's never been there, and I immediately was occupied for a while. So from our dinner that we had like 10 minutes before,
He had the fish and shits.
Oh, God.
it was not good. So anyway, so
Oh,
needless to
anyway.
say, been there on that. I'm all set. I
Mm.
don't think I'll go back. But anyway, so we go to Lops. We do the Lops, and then we go over to Phantom Farms because again, we're like, hey, have you? I know he's never been there, so we take him there, and I love Phantom Farms. I think more people need to be going there, and I really think,
A lot
they're
of people
doing
go there.
awesome beers,
Phantom is fantastic.
awesome
Mhm.
beers.
That's a great location too.
It's a gorgeous
The
spot.
old mill, yeah, that giant parking lot.
They did a great
Yeah.
job with that mill.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
You got the 2-floor thing going on. It's just absolutely gorgeous.
Outdoor
in there.
seating.
The
It's
outdoor
just-
seating.
Parking lot's huge.
In the cold weather, they got the fire pits going outside. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
And they have the
Gorgeous.
concerts there, guys, in the parking
Yes,
lot. Yeah.
Dave Matthews Band. I believe that they have
Nice.
Well, it's a tribute band.
It's a
oh,
tribute.
Yeah,
It's a tribute
you,
band.
you know what I'm saying, but
Yeah.
I think that they're
Drunken
doing,
under the table and dreaming. Yeah.
Yes.
I think that's it.
Oh, dude.
but they're doing not Elton John, but Piano
What do
Man.
you got? Oh.
Cooper's Dream.
Why can't I think of his name?
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel. I think they're
Billy
doing a
Joel.
Billy Joel tribute soon. So
So, like I said, so we were in there, and cheers, the Cooper's Dream. So
Cooper's Dream Irish Red.
So we were in there
Right.
hanging around, and we were just chatting, this any other thing, and got to meet Mo. Hey Mo, how you doing? Hopefully you're watching. Mo's an awesome guy. Him and I were talking for a
Wicked
while,
cool.
and then next thing you know, I told him, I said, I was telling him about the podcast and what we do and why we do it, this and the other thing. And I told him, I said, listen, my father-in-law has never been here. I said, he's drinking beers left and right. I said, next thing you know, he's going home with a 4-pack. I'm like, that right there is why we do this. We want to get people into these places, into the breweries where they've never been, get out of their comfort zone, try some beers, and drum up business. I mean,
What have you got to lose?
Nothing, right? So that's why we do this. Now, on another side note, they make the only saison that I've ever liked.
Right.
Right, he's not a saison guy as a kid.
That's like the one style that's my kryptonite. That's my kryptonite right there.
Is it Daisy?
It was Dandelion.
Dandelion. No, I don't remember the name of it.
The name of it.
Dandelion beer. And
Hold on. I know we're coming up on the hour, but
light and refreshing. But
I've got it on my phone
we go
somewhere.
until we go. I don't have a bedtime
because
I'm an adult now.
What I do.
So I've been told.
I'm just a big kid. That's what I've been told. I actually got called a man child once. Some like 10-year-old called, not even 10. She's probably like 8 at the time. She called me a man child.
Was it your daughter? Was it your daughter?
My daughter knows better. It was not my daughter.
Man,
so it is called Into the Valley, a saison with dandelions.
Yes,
and
really?
I absolutely loved it. Loved it. So, buddy, you got to try it, dude. So next thing you know,
not lost his wallet.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Oh, dude, no, I got my phone. I can tap on my phone and stuff.
Anyway,
I live in the 20th century.
My father-in-law ends up getting a 4-pack to the go. So then, next thing you know, we're sitting down, we're chatting, whatever. We're talking amongst ourselves like we do, talk amongst yourselves. Anyway, next thing you know, Mo comes over and he's like, "Hey," he's like, "Thanks for doing what you do. This one's on me," and he drops a 4-pack in front of us. And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, dude, I looked at him. I'm like, you did not have to do that.
Yeah.
But
that's very nice.
Much appreciated and very nice. And let me tell you,
cheers to Mo and Jay and Phantom Farm.
Oh, dude, Jay, come on, guys.
Outstanding beers.
So fantastic. I love everything they're doing is fantastic. Oh, so what was the Scotch Ale?
Scotch Ale.
Oh.
So if you haven't had the Scotch Ale, you need to. And if you haven't had it yet, hurry the hell up, because guess what? They're not making any more right now to the fall.
They also do a mead, which is surprising because not a lot of places do mead.
No, I think it's the farm thing. I think they're,
because there's honey, there's bees, there's honey on a farm. So, that's great to see a place actually doing a mead. Some places will do ciders or whatever.
Yeah.
But a mead, that's like, for me as a mead maker, that's like a whole new level. So
Mark, I got to ask you, I'm going to put you on the spot, and I'm sorry for doing this, but I'm going to do it anyway. When you're not drinking your beer, whose beer are you drinking?
Everybody's.
Mark, he copped out
on Facebook.
I'd like to support the local breweries. I try to make it to all of them, but I will say one of my favorite breweries in New England. And I don't know if you guys have been up there. It's in Littleton, New Hampshire.
I have not.
Any
guesses? Schilling Brewing.
Yeah. Old school. Wow.
Schilling is probably one of the best German style lager breweries out there. If you haven't been, get there. It's awesome.
I haven't.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
I'm very familiar with Littleton. My mother-in-law used to live in Bethlehem, which is just outside of Littleton back in the day. And it was at Thayer's Inn, which is my last name, obviously. And it's just it's a quaint little old community. It's a bit
Is his last name Thayer?
It is.
This whole time I've been calling him Flair.
This whole time, Ed, you'll figure.
Son of a bitch, I swear to God.
So yeah, it's a nice little quaint area up there. Littleton is a beautiful little town. Lots of great fishing out there in the Connecticut River too, by the way. But
so what I'm hearing is road trip.
Yeah, buddies.
There you go.
Good. We go up to Burlington. We go up to Vermont and then cut over and then swing back down through New Hampshire. I would love to do Hillstead Farms. Just whatever, but it's on the list, I guess.
We need to go back to Moonlight Meadery.
Yeah, right. We'll swing around. We'll come back down to Moonlight. Go
Pick
through
up
Mass.
some-
Go to Trillium and all
That
that.
sounds
shit.
like a long road trip.
Yeah, buddy. I'm not going to be driving it at all. Just
No.
throwing that out there.
You're gonna have to
No.
Uber it.
No,
Especially if we're going through Burlington. Oh my Lord, that's going to be a good time.
No.
This guy made me
Steve.
drive in the middle of a blizzard to go to
Alchemist. Yeah, the
Alchemist
store.
to pick up
The Alchemist.
a heady topper.
Years ago, dude.
Snow
Years
Vermont.
ago.
Yeah,
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
God.
In
That's
the
a
middle of
great
a
place.
freaking
Yeah, it's
blizzard. Like
gorgeous.
if we fell off the side of the mountain, nobody would have found us for 6 months.
Dude, it would have been like a Stephen King novel.
Yes,
You know,
It
it would have
would've
been like
been, yeah.
Misery
like
Part
it was
2.
blacker
They would
than
have tortured us with beers.
it was like being like it was
Oh,
like
no.
Star Wars. Like it was just like holy shit. Like
You hit ludicrous speed.
yes,
Ludicrous
you
speed.
hit ludicrous speed.
Speaking of ludicrous speed, gentlemen, this show has gone by a ludicrous speed. We're already past the hour mark. Speaking of Mark Papi, thanks for coming on tonight, dude. It's been a great
My pleasure.
opportunity to talk to you again about beer and everything and nothing and everything.
Cheers, guys.
Always,
Cheers, dude.
always
Tune in
every
next-
time.
Tune in next week as we're coming back at you. We usually do the every other week, but next week we're coming right back at you.
It's back.
We're throwing a pitch. We're talking about beer and baseball. With
Yes, we are.
Nice jersey, kid.
Yeah, dude.
Right,
Hey,
right.
you got to show that off, man.
right,
Baseball.
right, yeah.
Go Sox.
Number
Yeah.
26, Wade Boggs, third baseman. Just old school. The greatest beer drinker in baseball. But more about that next week on Three
Crazy
Dudes
son
Brews.
of a bitch too.
What's that?
He's a crazy son of a bitch.
Dude, he's a great third baseman. He's
No, I love.
until
Wade
he
Boggs.
joined the
We'll
friggin'
talk
Yankees,
about
dude.
it
Oh my
next
god! But
week.
that's just another story.
You're cut off.
Next week.
All right.
Next week, beer, baseball, all that good.
Beer
Wade
and
Boggs,
baseball.
100 beers in like a 6-hour flight, all that good stuff, all that good times. Tune in next week as we welcome special dude, our probably one of our more special dudes, our film guy Joe Bretlin will come on and talk
Joe,
about
yes.
baseball and beers. Joe knows a lot about baseball, so it
He
should be
does.
He's wicked smart.
Wicked smart.
wicked pits of smart, and he loves
A boy's
look,
wicked smart.
and he loves these, dude. I probably won't have any left next week.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I know we're trying to wrap this up, but it's like I would never picture Joe as a triple guy.
Right?
Oh.
He loves.
I mean,
He loves Unicorn. When he knows that they have Unicorn
Dude.
there in Proclamation, he lives right in Warwick. He'll run right over there and grab it himself,
never
four
would have
of
thought
these.
that.
right? Because
But anyway.
he's a little guy and he'll get blackout drunk off of like.
I'm
2 of
saying.
these.
I
Yeah.
never would have thought he was a triple guy.
Tune in
Well,
for that and tune in.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mark, for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
We
you're welcome.
appreciate
Thanks for having
your
me.
time.
Yeah, cheers. It's been awesome, guy. Yeah, and tune in for episode 10.
And we're
For,
definitely taking you up on that brewing.
Oh,
I'll let you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
All right,
definitely.
all day. For Mark Papi, for Costas St. Ruli, the Greekest man I know, for the man who puts the N in bread, Ed Pat Nord. This has been Buddy Thea, Three Dudes Brews, the last call. Have a good week,
Cheers.
boys. Cheers.
Cheers.